Hey guys, welcome to Football Fantasy 11. Today we are gonna discuss FA Cup match between Newcastle and Arsenal. This is actually the semi-final second leg of this FA Cup where Newcastle have already defeated Arsenal in their home ground. That means in Arsenal by 2 goals to 0. So Arsenal will be trying to diminish or will have to overcome that 2-0 deficit against Newcastle. And when we compare the recent performance of Arsenal, we could see that Arsenal have the potential to Newcastle as Arsenal is coming after 5-1 win against Manchester City. So this match will be perfect for Arsenal to come back against Newcastle and overcome their 2-0 deficit. On the other hand, Newcastle is pretty good against Arsenal when we compare the recent head-to-head stats between Newcastle and Arsenal. As I told you, till now they have played 30 matches between each other. In the 6th match was won by Newcastle, 3 matches ended up in a draw, and 21 matches was won by Arsenal. So Arsenal is clearly having an upper edge over there. But when we compare the previous 2 games between Arsenal and Newcastle end up victorious. Actually, the last game, Newcastle defeated Arsenal 2 goals to 0, where Isak and Gordon are the goal scorers, and Newcastle defeated Arsenal 1 goals to 0, where Isak is the goal scorer. And the game before that, Arsenal could defeat Newcastle 4 goals to 1, where for Arsenal, Botman, who is an on goal for Arsenal, then Howard, Saka, and Kiwior were the goal scorers. Then for Newcastle, Willock was the goal scorer. And the game before that, Newcastle defeated Arsenal 1 goals to 0, where Gordon was the goal scorer. As I told you, the recent performance, when we compare the head-to-head stats, we could see that Newcastle could defeat Arsenal, but Arsenal's performance is pretty good in the recent games as they are undefeated in their 6 matches and they are coming after 5-1 win against Manchester City. Now when we compare the league season so far, actually Newcastle is currently 6th in the table. They have won 12 games, drawn 5 games and lost 7 games. They are scoring at a rate of 1.75 goals per match and they are conceding at a rate of 1.21 goals per match. That means Newcastle in their 24 games have scored 42 goals and conceded 29 goals. On the other hand, Arsenal is currently 2nd in the table. They have won 14 games, drawn 8 games, lost 2 games. They are scoring at a rate of 2.04 goals per match and they are conceding at a rate of 0.92 goals per match. That means Arsenal in their 24 games have actually scored 49 goals and conceded just 22 goals. So Arsenal is pretty good defensively also. Now we are going to check out the team overview of both Newcastle and Arsenal. When it comes to the Newcastle side, in the last 5 games, Newcastle were being defeated by Fulham 2 goals to 1. Southampton have been defeated by Newcastle 3 goals to 1. Then Bournemouth defeated Newcastle 4 goals to 1. Then Newcastle defeated Wolves 3 goals to 0 and Newcastle defeated Bromley 3 goals to 1. When it comes to the goal stats, Isak topped the list with 17 goals, Gordon with 6 goals, Barnes with 5 goals, Murphy and Joelton, both of them have 4 goals, then Bruno Guimaraes and Schär have 2 goals each. Now when it comes to the assists, Murphy topped the list with 8 assists, then Bruno Guimaraes with 6 assists, Gordon and Isak, both of them have 5 assists each, then Hall have 3 assists. Now when it comes to the Arsenal side, Arsenal in the last 5 games, Arsenal defeated Manchester City 5 goals to 1. Then Arsenal defeated Girona 2 goals to 1. Arsenal defeated Wolves 1 goals to 0. Arsenal defeated Dynamo Zagreb 3 goals to 0. Then Arsenal and Aston Villa end up in a 2-2 draw. When it comes to the goal stats, Howard topped the list with 9 goals, Martinelli with 6 goals, Saka with 5 goals, Trossard with 4 goals, Jesus and Gabriel, both of them have 3 goals each. Now when it comes to assists, Saka topped the list with 10 assists, Rice with 5 assists, Trossard with 4 assists, then Odegaard, Martinelli or Howard, both of them have 3 assists each. And finally, Partey have 2 assists. Now we are going to check out the key players of both Newcastle as well as for Arsenal. Newcastle actually play in 4-3-3 kind of a formation, in that Isak is a key player of Newcastle. Don't try to skip Isak from your squad. Actually Isak is scoring Newcastle in regular games as well, and in the last game against Arsenal also Isak could score goal. Isak currently have 17 goals and 5 assists in his name. Then Murphy is another key player of Newcastle as he is a player with most assists for Newcastle. Actually Murphy have 8 assists and 4 goals in his name. Then Gordon is another key player of Newcastle, and Gordon could be the player who could take the set pieces as well. So Gordon can provide assist in the set pieces as well. Gordon currently have 5 assists and 6 goals in his name. Then Bruno Gomes. Bruno Gomes provides midfield stability to Newcastle, and he can provide goals also for Newcastle. Actually, Bruno Gomes have 6 assists and 2 goals in his name. Then Joelton or Tonali, both are pretty good midfield choices of Newcastle. Since this match is against Arsenal's midfield, this midfield have to play a key role in this particular game. Actually, Joelton have 4 goals and 1 assist in his name, and Tonali have 1 goal and 1 assist in his name. Now, when it comes to the defensive side, Schär and the Hall both will be key for Newcastle side. Schär currently have 2 goals in his name, and Hall have 3 assists in his name. Now when it comes to the Arsenal side, Arsenal actually play in 4-3-3 kind of a formation recently. Actually Saka is out injured, so he won't be taking part in this particular game, and instead of him, Havertz will be the key player of Arsenal. Actually Havertz is performing pretty well recently, and in the last game against City he could provide an assist as well as a goal for Arsenal. Now Havertz for Arsenal actually have 9 goals and 3 assists in his name. Then Odegaard is another key midfield option of Arsenal, and Odegaard have scored in the last game against City as well. Odegaard currently have 2 goals and 3 assists in his name. Then Partey or Rice, both are pretty good midfield choices of Arsenal, and both can provide assists or even goals as well. And both of them can provide you points for their midfield ability, where they could provide you points for their passes as well as for their defensive skills. Partey have 2 goals and 3 assists in his name, and Partey have scored in the last game against Manchester City. Then Rice have 5 assists and 1 goal in his name, and Rice could be the player who could take the corner kicks as well, so in that particular corner kicks he can provide assist. Now Gabriel or Saliba, both are pretty good centre back option of Arsenal. Arsenal actually play very good set piece tactics. Actually Arsenal could score goals from set pieces, so they are dangerous in both corner kicks as well as in free kicks. And Gabriel and Saliba both are contributing goals during the set pieces. Actually Gabriel have 3 goals and 1 assist in his name, and Saliba have 2 goals in his name. Then Martinelli or Trossard, both are pretty good attacking wingers of Arsenal. Since Saka was injured, both Trossard and Martinelli have stepped up for Arsenal, and they are providing continuously consistent performance for Arsenal with both assists as well as for goals. Actually Martinelli have 3 assists and 6 goals in his name, and Trossard have 4 goals and 4 assists in his name. Then Calafiori or Timber, and maybe they could start even Lewis Kelly instead of Calafiori as well, because Lewis Kelly is a pretty good winger of Arsenal. He is currently 18 years old, but his performance against Manchester City was masterclass, and he have scored a goal against Manchester City as well. So if Lewis Kelly starts instead of Calafiori, you can include Lewis Kelly, but if Calafiori starts, you can include Calafiori as well. Actually Calafiori can provide assist for Arsenal as well. Actually Calafiori have 1 assist so far for Arsenal. Then Timber is another key winger of Arsenal, and Timber currently have 1 assist and 1 goal in his name. Now we are gonna provide you the team predictions. Before that I'm gonna provide you the key players of both Arsenal and Newcastle. Actually Gabriel, Saliba, Calafiori or even Lewis Kelly could be the key player of Arsenal side. Then Hall or Schär will be the key from Newcastle side. Then Martinelli, Partey or Rice along with Odegaard will be the key for Arsenal side. Bruno Gomes, Tonali and Joelton will be the key from Newcastle side. Then Havertz and Trossard will be the key attackers of Arsenal. Isak, Murphy or Gordon will be the key from Newcastle side. And the goalkeeper choice, I'm gonna go with Newcastle's goalkeeper, who will be Duvra, and I'm expecting him to save a lot of goals in this game. Now I'm gonna provide you my team prediction for this particular game. Actually I'm gonna split my team into different possible outcomes, and those outcomes will be Newcastle defeating Arsenal 1-0, Arsenal defeating Newcastle 1-0, then Arsenal defeating Newcastle 2-1 or 3-2 kind of a goal margin, then Newcastle and Arsenal ending up in a 1-1 or 2-2 draw, and finally Newcastle defeating Arsenal 2-1 or 3-2 kind of a goal margin. The first scenario where Newcastle defeating Arsenal 1 goals to 0. I am going to include all the starting defenders of Newcastle in my Dream 11 side, and my team will be Hall, Shar, Bird, and Livermato, all from Newcastle side, and Gabriel as the lone defender from Arsenal side. And in the midfield, I go with Rice or Partey, Bruno Guimaraes or Odegaard along with Martinelli. And in attack, I go with Isaac, Murphy or Gordon. In that, Isaac could be my captain, Hall could be my vice captain, Shar could be my captain or even vice captain, then Murphy or Gordon can be my vice captain choices. Now, the next scenario where Arsenal defeating Newcastle 1 goals to 0, and I'm gonna put all the defenders of Arsenal in my Dream 11 side. Whoever is starting as a defender for Arsenal, I'm gonna include them. I'm gonna go with Calafiori, Saliba, Gabriel, and Timber from Arsenal side, Hall or Shar from Newcastle side. And the midfield, I go with Martinelli, Rice or Partey, Bruno Guimaraes, Tonali or Joelton, and Havertz or Trossard as in the attacker. In that, Havertz or Trossard could be my captain or vice captain, Martinelli can be my captain or vice captain, Calafiori can be my vice captain choice, Gabriel can be my captain or vice captain choice. Now the next scenario where Newcastle were being defeated by Arsenal 2 goals to 1 or 3 goals to 2 kind of goal match. Actually, I am expecting goals from both, and Arsenal will be trying to attack in this particular game. There lies the chance for Newcastle to score goal also. So I am expecting both sides scoring goals. Now in the defense, I go with only 3 options, and those will be Gabriel, Timber or Saliba, Hall or Shar. At the midfield, I go with Martinelli, Rice or Partey, Bruno Guimaraes and Odegaard. And in the attack, I go with Trossard, Isaac and Havertz. In that, Havertz can be my captain or vice captain choice, Isaac can be my captain or vice captain choice, Trossard can be my captain or vice captain choice, and Martinelli can be my captain or even vice captain choice. Now the next scenario where Newcastle defeating Arsenal 2 goals to 1 or 3 goals to 2 kind of goal margin. I'm gonna go with the similar kind of a team which I have put earlier, where I'm gonna go with only 3 defenders, Gabriel, Timber or Saliba along with Hall or Shar. My midfield choice will be Martinelli, Rice or Partey, Bruno Guimaraes and Odegaard. And in the attack, I go with Havertz or Trossard, Isaac, Murphy or Gordon. In that, Isaac can be my captain or vice captain choice, Havertz or Trossard can be my captain or vice captain choice, Martinelli can be my captain or even vice captain choice. Now finally, Newcastle and Arsenal ending up in a 1-1 or 2-2 draw. I'm gonna go with Gabriel, Timber or Saliba, Hall or Shar, similar to my previous selection. So the final 3 teams are almost similar. I'm gonna switch between the midfield as well as in the attacking choices only. And in the midfield, I go with Martinelli, Rice or Partey, Guimaraes, Odegaard or Joelton. And in the attack, I go with Havertz, Isaac, Trossard, Murphy or Gordon as the another 3 options. Means you have to put either one of these 3 options. And my captain or vice captain choice will be Isaac could be my captain or vice captain choice, Havertz can be my captain or vice captain choice, Martinelli can be my captain or vice captain choice, Gabriel can be my captain or even vice captain choice. And in the attack, Trossard, Murphy or Gordon can be the captain or even vice captain choice. Now these are the team prediction for this possible outcomes. Now finally, I'm gonna provide my personal prediction for this particular game. My personal prediction, this is only my gut feeling. Don't go with my gut feeling. You should have your own score prediction in your mind. Actually, Arsenal and Newcastle are pretty good team, but even though Arsenal is pretty good, I think that defeating Newcastle in their home ground is possible, but overcoming that 2-0 deficit, I don't think so. So I am expecting Arsenal defeating Newcastle 2 goals to 1. Actually, Newcastle is gonna score first and Arsenal will score 2 goals after that, and they will be trying hard to score their 3rd goal, but unfortunately they will be ending up in a 2-1 win for Arsenal, but eliminating from this FA Cup semi-final. That's what my expectation is. This is my gut feeling. This is only my gut feeling. Don't go with my gut feeling. You should have your own score prediction in your mind, and based on the key players which I have already been provided, you can put the team based on that. Now my team for this particular scenario will be Gabriel, Calafiori and Shar in the defense, and if Skelly starts instead of Calafiori, I'm gonna go with Lewis Skelly instead of Calafiori. But my team will be Gabriel, Calafiori and Shar. And in the midfield, Martinelli, Rice, Bruno Guimaraes and Tonali. And the attack, I go with Havertz, Isaac and Murphy. In that, Martinelli will be my captain and Isaac will be my vice captain choice. and I'm expecting Martinelli and Havertz to score goals for Arsenal, and the assist will be by Rice and Martinelli, and Isak will be the lone goal scorer for Newcastle, and the assist will be by Murphy. This is purely my personal expectation. I don't think that my personal expectation does not go correctly. Maybe my score prediction don't correct don't go correct, but the final who wins the game end up being almost similar in all my predictions. You can check out that if you have any doubts. So I'm expecting Arsenal to win in this particular game, but they will be out eliminated from this FA Cup semi-final. That's what I'm expecting. Hope you have all the information that you need. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please like, share and subscribe.